Hello. Right, I'm just checking a few things. Just want to make sure the microphone's working. I'll be with you in just a moment. Hello. Who needs to wait until 9 o'clock when it's a new set of daily races and I'm ready to rock and roll? I am so ready to go tonight. Been doing a lot of work on Suzuka for the GT Championship on Wednesday. Have done little to no running for the Moonshine Cup tomorrow. So GR4's tomorrow, GR3's on Wednesday, and for that reason, tonight I'm running a GR3 and a GR4 night, indulging myself to try and get myself sorted out. Oh, crumbs. Will we be ready? Well, you just know we won't be. You know we won't be. Good evening, Zach. P1, laugh out loud. Borky, good evening, my friend. He's running really well, is Borky, lately, I tell you. It's actually getting me quite worried. Because particularly in the GR3 car, he is every bit as quick as me, if not quicker. And I tell you what, a few months ago, I was spinning out of corners, getting the power down. And I've been working on that and getting a little bit better. And I can see the same trait in Borky. And I tell you what, when he nails it, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. I tell you, he's going to be right up there and worrying the living daylights out. I mean, the other guy that is worrying me is obviously Hulky, who's nailed it in the GR3 cars. And I used to have wheel-to-wheel races with him, and he's ahead. So, yeah, really working hard to try and get to grips with, in particular, the BMW that you're sitting watching on screen at the moment. Trying to get to grips with this car and nail it and get the performance out of it. And Rita and I are finding some interesting little quirks with it right now, but I'm going to keep those between us. One of them's quite worrying, so I've actually bought myself a brand new car tonight, prepped it with that gorgeous TCSRL PSR livery. But yeah, I've gone for a brand new car just to see if the issues that we were having were with the old car. I've just noticed on the wing is Logitech on my side and Fanatec on Rita's side, because she runs Fanatec and I run Logitech. So in the same team, we've actually got rivals for wheels and rig setups. I love that. Welsh boy, good evening. How are you, my friend? I hope that you are well. And Borky says, I still need lots of work, Mitchell. Well, I tell you, my friend, when you nail it, you are going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I think, I think you run traction control 1, which is what I do. And I think, like me, as I've been watching a few of the replays, not necessarily just of you, but of other people as well, as I've been trying to learn from lots of people this last couple of weeks. And my opinion, and please talk to the guys that are coaching you, I don't really want to tread on their toes whatsoever, but I feel that, like me, you're going down with the power a little bit early on the corner, just as you're winding the steering wheel. And I did do a video some time ago about the 100% on the grip to turn wheel thingy, that if you're 50% turning, you can only be 50% braking or 50% acceleration. Everything else up to 100. And that helped me a little bit. If you want me to expand on that, hit me up in Discord, mate. But yeah, just I jump on the power too quick and the back end goes round, in the same way that I've seen it go round for you just recently. And now what I'm trying to do is just to still get the power down quickly, but just try and feed it in a little bit more. Jack Kobe said to me a week or two ago that just got to feed that throttle in a little bit more cautiously with the GR3s. GR4 cars all seem to be about grip, tires, grip on the road, whereas I believe that the GR3 cars are more about power, aero, and obviously finesse in how you use and apply and burn off that power. And that's one of the things I'm learning right now. Yeah, I don't know if I can help, but I've just watching, and I'm sorry to pick on you here, I don't mean to, but watching you, I'm seeing some familiarities of when I used to race. Let me get the lobby open. I can see that Welsh boy says, I'm well tired because I had my boys today and I didn't get my midday nap, and he's feeling it. Oh, is there going to be an opportunity for us to score some points over Welsh boy? I doubt it. He's on it right now, he's Welsh boy. Absolutely on it recently. Both Greg and Welsh boy have been running the Audi R8, which is, in my opinion, no easy car to drive, and they're driving it really, really, really well, the pair of them. Trigo, good evening, good evening, good evening to you 3 times as well. Good evening, good evening, good evening. There you go. I've trumped you. I said it's 6. You said it's 3. I just one-upped you. Speedy's in. Good evening, good evening. If any of you are interested in LMU or want to see a different type of racing, because it does seem to be quite a fair bit different. It's more raw racing, in my opinion, on PC. Then Speedy will be running that very, very soon. It's going to start in 2 minutes. It's going to be on LMU. So if you haven't already, pop over, tell him I sent you, drop him a comment and a like, and if you're new around there, hit that sub button. He did an awesome video with Viking King Gaming the other day. It was really, really, really good. There was one bit in it that got me a bit worried, but he's put my mind at ease this evening. He has put my mind at ease this evening, which is really, really nice. But yeah, a really nice, relaxed, wholesome video, in which you really get to learn Speedy. Really get to learn a lot about him. Well worth a watch. So that's Viking King Gaming. A really, really good watch. 53 drivers on track for Speedy. That is a big old field. Oh, I'd love to get that number in Gran Turismo. Alas, I think we're going to have to wait till Gran Turismo 8 before we get anywhere near the 20 that we can normally get in Gran Turismo. But to get up to that number, yeah, probably need a processing power of a PC, I would imagine. Rita, good evening, my friend. How are you? Hope that you are well. I have bought a new car, but I'm not going to go into the details of what and why. I'm going to keep that one between the two of us, but I have bought a brand new car. So when we get going in this one, you are going to see that this is going to be completely brand new. Enough of looking at me. Let's have a look at somebody on track. We're just looking at Zach Vroom on track at the moment. Well, before I do that, I'll tell you what I do need to do is just let everybody know that we will run the qualifier at 10 past. So about 4 minutes and we'll go racing. I've done no warm-up or anything, so I'm likely to be all over the place for the first lap or two, but or even the first race, but we shall see. Speedy says, haha, I talk too much. To be quite honest, I thought it was a very balanced interview, but I did like the way that I like the balance and the way that Viking, you know, got the conversation going, and we've really got to. I learned a lot more about you, which is really nice. It's nice to learn more about the streamers and people that host the races and what they're doing. So, yeah, really good. I really enjoyed that one. Really enjoyed it. Quality's about to start, so we've got to run. Good luck, my friend. Hope it goes well. Good luck, good luck, good luck. And I will catch up with you either later tonight or probably tomorrow morning whilst I'm working. I'll just have it on in the background. Rita's given me 3 thumbs up for the car. She knows what the issue is. We're going to keep that between us. I probably shouldn't have said that. Probably shouldn't have said that. But never mind. Not to worry. So we got Zach Vroom in. We got Lewis Hamilton as well. Lewis Hamilton has gone for the Audi. He's obviously had enough of crashing the Ferrari, and he's jumped into the Formula One yesterday. Oh my word! I've got 3 minutes of jibber jabbering before we go. Oh, anybody out there watch the Formula One? Anybody out there disappointed with the British drivers? Oh, Lewis Hamilton getting on the painted stuff in the wet. We all know. If you've ever ridden a motorbike, you'll know when it's wet, stay off the paint. Rookie error, in my opinion, there from Lewis Hamilton. I hate to say it, but yeah, I felt so. And then Lando. Oh, Lando. It was really cooking up to being a fantastic second half of the season. Talked to a few people today. Some people are saying it's really spiced it up even more. In my opinion, I think it's probably made it too hard, unless of course something happens and it does flick back the other way. White Wolf, Crazy Leclerc is to Australia Norris, and evening everyone. Good evening, Hulky and White Wolf. Good evening to you guys. Yes, I think it's going to be difficult. A lot of people put the issue down to a mechanical failure. When I was listening, I understand that it was put down to a hydraulic issue, and normally hydraulic issue, sometimes you'll get a fire in the engine behind the driver where the hydraulics are spraying on the hot components, but he was saying he'd got smoke in the cockpit and a strange smell, which indicated to me that it may well have been sort of, I don't know, but sort of towards the front of the car, because obviously you're travelling forwards and the smell would have to come to you, or certainly within sort of the monocoque sort of area. And I'm wondering, with all of the accidents and crashes that were going on at Zandvoort, whether a pipe was cut with carbon fibre. Any which way, super unlucky, so unlucky. And I was really looking forward to seeing how Lando and Piastri were going to shape up towards the end of the season. I do feel it swung back in Piastri's favour now. The guy's looking super relaxed, super smooth, seems to have the edge a little bit, and I think that the points increase this weekend is just going to really enhance that and put a lot of pressure on Lando. But if anybody can soak it up, Lando can, and I think that once the constructors is done, the gloves will be off and Lando will be pushing really hard. I've also been listening to the language from the two of them as well, which is very telling at the moment, but enough of that right now. Zach, one of the stewards needs to explain Carlos' 10-second penalty. That's outrageous. I think everybody knows that was a mistake. Everybody must know that was completely outrageous, completely bonkers, and I really do not understand it at all. Yeah, yeah. Crazy. But then I've seen lots of really weird steward responses, just not only in real racing but sim racing just recently. Just our Speedy B is on the back end of a really strange one. But there we go. Greg White is in the room in the R8 LMS. Gamer Dan is in the Beetle. It's going to be feisty. Gamer Dan is in the Beetle. Is he going to win every race tonight? Who knows, but I'm going to stop singing. I'm in the M6 GT3 Endurance, brand new car. Zach Vroom is in the Viper. Rita's in the M6. Bork is in the Beetle. Lewis is in the Hurricane. 7 races. Let's get qualifying underway at Daytona International Raceway. Midnight, under the lights. Let's see what we can do. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, Hulky's reinstalling GT7. If any of you are wondering what on earth that is about, it is because he's had a few issues just recently being bumped out of races, and as in bumped out of the lobbies and stuff. I think he's trying a reboot to see if he gets sorted out. So I'm going to wish him the very best of luck, and hopefully the reboot will work. We've got our fingers crossed for you, my friend, and it'd be good to get you back to some sense of reliability. So we had the race last week crash towards the end, which is a real shame. Nothing anybody could do about it, just one of those things. And then I understand that he was in a practice session with somebody last night, and again midway through the session got bumped out. Real shame when that happens. Hopefully reinstalling the software on the PS5 will work. Also, news from regarding Project Racing. I reached out to. I've given up with Giant Software that just don't seem interested in talking to me. But I reached out to the studios that are creating the software. i4 Studios, I think it is. Got an email straight back saying that they are working on the early access will be PC only, as I suspected. And there's no plans, I believe, for a PS5 early access to be set up, which I sort of guessed. But they are going to keep me in mind as they get towards the release, and if there's anything we can do, maybe, fingers crossed, and with the wind in the right direction, maybe we might be able to get something sorted out. I'm going to go back to them with my experiences of ACC on the console and the reasons why I ended up dropping it as a streamer and a hoster. And I'm just going to say that, you know, these are the issues I had. I'm hoping that Project Racing is going to have the ability for us to address those particular issues. So that's my main interest. I know the racing's going to be good, and there'll be a lot of people in on the PC that will be feeding back information on that side of things. But what I'm really interested in is what it's like from a race host and streamer's point of view. And Gran Turismo really, in my mind, supports us very well. And I am now actively looking for a racing sim rather than a driving sim that will work with me, not against me, so that we can keep respectful racing. We can enforce and police that respectful racing, and try and engage in more of a racing simulator, potentially with the ability to report bad racing when we do public lobbies and stuff like that. Time will tell. Watch this space. November 25th, I think that plan comes out, and I'm hoping to book a day or two holiday so that I can get that installed, set up, get into it, and I'll be streaming all of that at the time. And for the first time in the history of Gran Turismo, on version 1, that will be the first time I will be considering a game to replace Gran Turismo. ACC was never on the cards to replace ACC, but we did get into it, and it was very, very good. The racing was very good, but unfortunately the server and the hosting let everything down. I hoped for Project Racing. Let's see what happens. Right, okay, so enough jibber jabbering, enough of what's going on at the moment. Let's just see what we can do in this race. Wayne Schneider, good evening, my friend. How are you? Good to see you in the chat, my friend. Might be a little bit behind with the chat whilst I'm just trying not to crash. Oh. I have a question. Is Jay Hot in the chat tonight? Is Jay Hot watching? Possibly not. If he is, say hello, my friend, because there's some of us that are very curious as to your pictures that you posted in Discord. We think we might have uncovered something, but I am very, very, very much intrigued. Very intrigued as to what's what. And one or two things bouncing around in my head at the moment with regards to that one. Whoa. So once again, ow, crikey, Rita's outperforming me in the GR3s. White Wall says P3 is good. Trigger, does it involve underwear? Does what involve underwear? What, the J-Hot thing? No, it doesn't. No, not at all. Not at all. Basically, he right. So what we got? We got Zach Vroom is going to be leading us away in the Viper. Gamer Dan in the Beetle. Borky's also in the Beetle. So Beetle's looking good around here. Hamilton's in the Hurricane. Greg is in the R8, and then Risa and I are in the M6, bringing up the back. But Borky third is pretty good going. I did tell you, Borky is one to watch. Absolutely one to watch. Yeah, in the Discord, he's posted some pictures of Formula One cars in bits and bits on the wall around this sort of workshop that there is. And we were like, "Oh, where is he? Is he a racing driver? Is he a mechanic? Is he a designer? You know, what was he doing?" Because he's saying he's having to pull back from racing a little bit because he's working very, very, very long hours. It's like, well, what does he do? What does he do? So one of my friends in the community did some detective work, and we think we know what it's all about, but not 100% sure. But if it is what I think it is, or what we think it is, or not what we think it is, what the gentleman that did the detective work thinks it is, then yeah, it could be very, very, very interesting. Things I need to do is just clobbered Rita going into there, got behind. Need to really get to grips with this car. So want to race Rita if we can. Also very interested to see how this M6 can keep up with the other guys. Oversteer moment there. I was trying to get the power down. This is what I was saying earlier on about you know, myself and Borky. Borky seems to have got it nailed at the moment, but Still very often when I try and get the power down, I'm putting it down too quickly. The rear wheels then spin up, round it goes. Sometimes you can catch it, all too often you can't catch it and you're heading towards the scene of the accident, which is normally so barrier. Right, let's go. Rita's making a move on Lewis. She made that one stick around the outside. That's going to be a big ask, I think. It's a long old drag down to this first corner. Who can outbrake who first? Lewis is going to have the inside line. I think I've gone way too deep whilst I was enjoying that one, and I'm going to drop it and spin it and crash it. No. Yeah, when I'm streaming, I cannot drive GL3 cars to save my life. Now, hopefully Reach is listening. If you are, do not slow down and wait for me. Get in the mix. Show those guys what you can do in that GR3 car. For me now, I need to settle in. But do what a lot of you keep telling me. Shut up and race. When I'm streaming, I tend to jibber jabber too much, which means I'm not concentrating. How much time the spin loses you. Seconds. Penalty as well. Even went down to third gear to try and stop that. Hurts around here too. Like Hulky might have had a moment. A power down moment, I wonder, along the lines of what we've been talking about. .2 behind. Any chance of catching? You're going to see how quick Hulky is in that vehicle and how slow I am in the BMW. Don't cut this time. Watch the replays from Friday, says Trigger. Rita is awesome over the mountain section at Mount Panorama. Well, my friend, I'm going to hold you to that because they're going to, when I'm saying they, not we, they are going to be at Mount Panorama next week. And we're at Suzuka this week, as in this Wednesday. Next Wednesday, they will be at Mount Pano. I'm really disappointed because that is the one race I really love to have done. But unfortunately, I am going to be at the hospital with Joanna, and she comes first, so I will not be able to run that race. I'm hoping that Dan is going to be able to reserve drive for me. So it'll be Dan and Rita running for our team, Alliance Motorsports. And hopefully they'll do well. Got another yellow flag up for some reason. Somebody dropped it into this corner as well. Let's just keep things together. Lewis has gone round this time. Don't see anybody waiting, so I'm going to assume that that was a solo issue. Hulky is keeping me honest. 2.4 now, the gap, and increasing. No, not quite. We're not really closing up. Certainly not enough to do anything in this race. I've got to really get the hammer down if I am going to be able to do anything. Now, you would think that the bus stop was pretty nice there. Alas, a lot of that was using third gear. But Trigger, that's a lovely compliment from my teammates. Thank you for that, my friend. I keep telling Rita that she is quick in these GR3s and handling the car really well. Not sure she believes me sometimes. It's taught me an awful lot this week. .8 to Borky now. The gap is coming down very slowly, but again it's getting that power down quickly without losing that back end. It's gone back out to 2 seconds. Hulky has got so much more confidence in getting the power down than I do. See at the back end of the BMW just trying to break away. Got 1.5 laps, got 1.6 seconds to find, but again, as we all know, catching is one thing, not easy. Overtaking a whole different ball game. My fourth gear just to carry the speed through there. Didn't work, look. Hulky's going away, and we got our second penalty into the bargain. So not only is he going quicker, but I've got a penalty too. So a double whammy for me on that one. No need for me to move off the racing line there. Nobody close behind. Hulky now 2.2 out front. Can do is really go for it through these house corners. One lap to go. Hulky is my guy to beat at the moment. He's the one I'm chasing. Oh no, it's all gone away. Trying to get the power down out of that corner in second gear. Didn't happen. Did not happen. A few people have said that I need to embrace the lower gears through some of the slower corners coming out of them to get the power down. That's the reason why I've been shying away from them in recent weeks, and possibly part of the reason why I've been slow. What I need to do is to find the balance. Not actually dropping it and putting it into the barrier all the time at the moment, but certainly not getting the power down smoothly enough and quickly enough. White Wolf crashed. He's got bad in this game. I'll tell you what you need to do, mate. You need to change your name. Lewis Hamilton's crashing all the time. You're doing the same. Change your name to Oscar Piastri, or we'll stay away from Leclerc. Stay away from. Well, Lando didn't crash. That's not fair. Yeah. Oh, poor Lewis. I do feel sorry for him at the moment. The other person I feel sorry for me now is me. Hulky. I couldn't even get close. Just under 2 seconds. I did narrow it to 1.5 and then lost the back end, picked up the penalty around the bus stop. But Zach Vroom, Gamer Dan and Greg White, your top 3. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We've got to really get moving. Got to get the power down around these tracks a little bit better. Really get to grips. What I am finding with the GR3s though, it's no excuse, but what I am finding with the GR3s, and this has proved this week, I need to spend a lot of time around a particular track to be able to extract the most from the GR3 cars. And also I need to zip it. I need to shut up and concentrate. I need to be concentrating 100%. If not, I'm in trouble. As Gamer Dan saying, yes, PlayStation Racer, you need to focus more, less waffle. Demon Senna, good evening. Good evening to you. The result there, Zach Vroom in first, a 1:47.3 and the fastest lap. Well done. Gamer Dan in second, a 1:48.1, and Greg White in third, a 1:47.9. Rita St James in fourth, Borky fifth, couldn't catch him, only what, sixth, and Lewis with that accident in seventh. But your top 3, Zach Vroom, Gamer Dan and Greg White, congratulations to you guys. Okay, where are we off to for the second race of the evening? Is it Mount Panorama? Is it Mount Pano? I can't remember where we're off to. I only put this up there earlier on today, and come on, thank you, that's better. Onto that one, and we are off to Mount Pano and then Suzuka. So yes, you're right, Dan, I do need to zip it. I really do need to zip it and concentrate on what I'm doing. But the thing is, when you're streaming and entertaining, you know, people want to hear your thoughts about your race and how things are going, and say hello to people and blah blah blah. And to thank people like Demon Senna, who has just subscribed to the channel. Thank you, my friend. And George Spiridonov earlier on today. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, probably not. Thank you both for subscribing to the channel. It is very much appreciated. Obviously George, I don't know if he's listening, probably not, but obviously Demon is. Demon, what do you race? Tell us a little bit about yourself, my friend. Do you race for real, in real life? Do you sim race? If you sim race, what do you play? Is it Gran Turismo, ACC, LMU? What are you up to, my friend? What are you up to? Rita just saying to Trigger, thank you for the compliment, and I appreciate that compliment. That was so nice, such a nice compliment. And well deserved. The thing is, we're into that race now. Rita do it again. Can she get the win? Rita get the win. She's only got to beat Greg White, Gamer Dan, Zach Vroom, Borky. Well, she's going to beat me anyway. But there was some tough competition. Only 6 of us in this one tonight. It's quiet in GT7. I was getting a little bit worried, not disappointed, a little bit worried about the way that things were going. All of my metrics on YouTube are downwards at the moment. Some of that is because I'm not doing the daily races at the moment, and some of it is consistent with a lot of other YouTubers where GT7 is getting a little bit stale and going a little bit out of fashion, I think, at the moment. So I'm not too worried. We're going to get into project racing in November, and we'll be getting back into the daily races before then as well. I'm going to get back into them very soon. Quite fancy the races this week, I have to say, but I've got some work to do for the TCSRL Moonshine Cup tomorrow. That's Alsace, a track that I am not overly familiar with, and still don't even know which car I'm going to use. And also the Daily Race C, I think, is in the whatever. So Demon Senna, I am doing sim racing when I get some spare time. On a regular daily real life, I only get to drive a lorry around Europe. Well, my friend, That is a very well job. Delivering bits and pieces, I'm assuming, to people all over Europe. Well, that is a nice job to do, and it's good that people like you are getting all of our products around where we need to go. So thank you for that. And if you're doing some sim racing meetings at some spare time, I do a public lobby every now and again. Hop along and come and race with us, my friend. Come on down and race with us. Right, where are we? 36. We're going to be going racing. I think I said 22. Let me just double check. I did. Stexo, the lobby is not public. No, it isn't. It isn't. It's a private lobby this evening. Let me just go back to spectate. Private lobby this evening. I want to try and get back to one night of public racing a week at the moment. Some people that want to race respectfully with us don't necessarily want public lobbies, so they'll stay away on the Thursday when I'm doing the publics, but then they will set aside time to race during the week. So it's a bit bad form if I decide to do a public lobby when somebody has set aside time to race in friends only. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of that, sticking to what I've said. Demon says, promise I will. Thanks for inviting me with the heart. Oh, thank you, my friend. Thank you. That would be good. It's always nice to have some new people racing with us. Right, so we got Zach Vroom is in the M6. Gamer Dan is in the Beetle. He's on fire in that Beetle. Not right now. He's parked up, so you can get a lovely look at the livery. And I will bring your attention to Monster Energy. Forget that, but look what's underneath it. The Topless Gang. The Topless Gang. I want to know who's in the Topless Gang. Being topless saves weight. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. People are obviously wondering, but hang on a minute, it's got a hard top on the car, it's not a convertible. Well, we know what all that means. We know what that means, Dan. But I want to know who's in the Topless Gang now. Who else is in the Topless Gang? Well, it could be Borky, because Dan was teaching Borky for a while. They're both in the Beetle, and Borky going really well. As I said earlier on, I was unable to catch him in that one, but can I bring it back to 1-1 with a victory over Borky in this one that's coming up? We shall see. We shall see. We got Stexo in the Lexus. Super quick round the Nordschleifer the other night with Stexo. Even our really good Nordschleifer racers could not touch him, and he does like that. That Lexus drives it well. This is a track that could suit him too. We shall see in a few minutes. Lewis Hamilton in the McLaren, if I'm not mistaken, going well. So hopefully you'll be able to keep it in a straight line, unlike in Daytona with, I think it was the Hurricane. But the McLaren looking pretty feisty in his hand. A little bit of a squiggle as he goes down the mountain, but on the whole looking pretty good. A little rub of the wall on the exit there. I'm in the pits at the moment, as is Greg White and Zach Vroom just out on track. We've lost Rita. Have we lost Rita? No, yeah, Rita hasn't ticked in. I wonder what Rita is. I'm just going to say, are you racing? And we'll see. I don't know if she just hasn't ticked in, or there we go, she's ticked in now. Just waiting for Lewis to grab a car. Looks like that car was not to his liking. So as soon as he's ticked in, we will go. Rita said, sorry, I was talking. Don't be sorry about that, my friend. I do that all the time. All the time. Right, I'm just going to ask Lewis to tick in. And normally, while I'm doing this, people tick in. And he has done. There we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. Right, okay, so Gamer Dan says focus. Okay. I will try not to look at the chat as much. I will try and focus this time. And he said it in capitals. He's shouting at me again. He's shouting at me again, my friends. I'm being yelled at. Focus! Can't shout any louder than that because I'll disturb Joe. Right. Oh, crikey. Up early tomorrow. She's back at work tomorrow. Why? It's a bit strange. Yeah, she's back at work tomorrow. So early starts. No more lay-in. She's back at school. So, got lunch to do in the morning. Dinner to do in the evening is going to be down to me. But we'll all starve between now and half term. For now, let's concentrate. Ooh. Well, we got caught up in a wall already. Just let these guys go through. So much for concentrating. Can check the track on the straight. Aye, aye, sir. I love it when you guys tell me off. But do as I do as I told. Can't even get the words out. Do I do as I'm told? No, of course I don't. You know what I'm like. Okay, around here in the GR4s. GR3s. No, 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 no. Come on, BMW, power down. Now, I'm looking at the chat on the way down the straight, and nobody said anything. Well, Lewis did, and then he retracted it. Doing as I'm told. Being a good boy. Zach set a new record. 2063. Immediately beaten by Dan with a 2057, and I've gone too deep into that corner. One more lap. Let's go quiet, see what we can do. trying to come up and it's not, it's lower. Oh, and a 1 second penalty for track limits. That's me done. That is me well and truly cream crackered. Right, well, Lewis has got a P8. Trigger says, if you can read this, you should be on a straight. I am on a straight, serving a penalty. And yeah, we are going to be right at the back of the pack, so we've got a lot of work to do in this one. We're going to make anything of it. Whoa. Behind Borky by some margin. Look at the lap times up ahead. Greg White 2053, Gamer Dan 2057, Zach Vroom 59, Rita 60, Stexo 62. So that is the top 5 all within 1 second of each other. Amazing, amazing, amazing. That means that Borky, myself and Lewis have got some serious work to do, but Greg White's going to lead us away with Gamer Dan behind, Zach Vroom, and then Rita in third. Now, let's see what we can do here. Let's start this race. See how we go. White Wolf says, I need to change the car, I think. The Audi is the best for me. Do you know, sometimes you get settled into a car and you get confident in it. And it takes a while to move away from it. I'm a bit like that with a G70 in the GR4s. It's not necessarily the right car for the race tomorrow, but I'm sort of favouring it over all of the others for reasons I know not. Confidence, I think. Pure and utter confidence. Be quiet now. Oh, I'm just going to the back of Stexo a little bit there. There is something wrong with that McLaren. There is no way that I should be pulling away from that McLaren down here. The one that Lewis is in. I don't know if he's got an equipment issue or another little issue that Rita and I are aware of at the moment. Rita, we need to know what your speed is down the main straight in this race. Let you know what I'm getting. I'll call it out. Going down the straight, 140, 150, 155, 56, 160, 165, just touching 170 as we go into the braking zone. I'd love to know what you're getting in your BMW right now. Just asking because I know Rita's usually pretty good around here. We're are we? 3 seconds behind the cars in front. They are pulling away at the moment. That is Greg White, Zach Vroom, Gamer Dan and Stexo. Some pretty quick people. I am setting purples. Are still going away from me. Seconds. Counting those guys that are really on it. Now we are throwing this BMW around through these corners down the hill, down to just over 2, a little bit deep into that corner. They will have slip, obviously, not that benefit being this far back. Taking a trip across the grass there. Quite sure, I think that was Greg White. Just rejoining in front of Stexo. Greg's going to have dirty tyres. I think Stexo's going to make a move on him into the first corner. And Greg hold that place. Going through there side by side. Stexo giving Greg just enough room. Wow, that is some racing from the guys up front while they're battling. When I close up at all, 1.7. Now pulling away down the main straight. They have been gapped by the 2 guys out front. Look visibly closer. Still 1.5 seconds though. I've got into slipstream territory, I don't believe. So with a loose back end through there, I just got a little clobber on the wall. .4. Quite close enough. Looks like Greg has gapped Stexo for the moment. Gamer Dan leading Zach at the moment, but very, very close up front. A little bit deep into there, that's going to push that back out to 2 seconds. Using all the track a little bit more, I am. Slide on the exit there, it's going to lose me a barrel load of time. Figure just saying fastest lap from Mitch with a hand clap, but I'm afraid that Greg White has just gone quicker if I did get the fastest lap. It was very short-lived, my friend. So the guys in here are very, very, very quick. Pushing. Here's some 2 more to go. over that ever so slightly. I'm braking through there. Seven stakes is on it now. We're dropping back a bit. 4 seconds now. The guys up front are really moving. I've slowed down a bit. Guys up front are on the move. This was a Pro-Am series IBAM. They would be pros. So, I can keep pushing. Right close to those guys. Be well happy. At the moment, falling back a bit, 4.6 seconds. Every time I look at the delta, it's going out a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. Just show how good those guys are. 4.8, 4.9, going to be 5 at the moment. There you go, there's the 5. We're in a bit no man's land at the moment. 18 seconds to Lewis Hamilton behind. I'm still going quicker. Oh, for my own personal race, I'm doing okay. I'm going. Oh no no no! Just put that around. Concentration gone for a second there. Come on. It's annoying. Two 207s there. We're starting to get into a bit of a groove. No aero front and back at the moment. Be careful of that. It's cleared. Let's go. See what we can do. See if we can maintain 5th. Lewis is closing fast now with that spin. Absolutely go for it. Just goes to show. Need to zip it, not worry about commentary, not worry about deltas, not worry about who's winning and stuff like that. You can all read it, you can all see it. Concentrate on the racing. Dan, Greg, Zach, your top 3 at the moment. Last lap. It's a much faster racer than me. Can I do anything about it? Could there be another incident over the hill? Could the incident not include me? Be very quiet as we go over the hill and concentrate on what we're doing. Ooh. There. It's on the grass. So it takes it around here. quicker all over town. Game it down with the fastest lap of 2:04.9. She's broken into the 2:04s. What a lap that is. He's going to win this one, I think. He is. Zach's going to get second and Greg third. So he's going to come home in fourth. If I hadn't have dropped it, it could have been a different ending. That's we did. We come home in fifth. Ooh. That's some good drivers up front. Some very, very good drivers up front. Game it down in the Beetle in first. Or Game it down undefeated at Panorama. He's very, very quick around Panorama. One, I believe I'm right in saying, one of his favourite tracks in his favourite car. So yeah, congratulations, well done. A bit worried about Rita's performance initially. I'm hoping that was just a race issue. Nothing more. I did call out my top speed down the straight, so I don't know if she's listening, but I'd love to know. I can't remember what my top speed was, but I'd love to know if she was matching me down there. Because she had a cracking race around there on Friday. Absolutely brilliant. Zach says, thanks for 2 races, got to go. Good night, my friend. Thank you for racing with us this evening. And Borky, don't know what happened on the downhill as Ben's Rita, but if it was my fault, sorry, I'll have to take a look at it. And White Wolf saying, can we race on WeatherTech? We've actually got 3, so we've got 4 races set up this evening. So if you want to do, if any of you have got a combo that you'd like to do, then please get in touch with me in the Discord before 10 o'clock in the morning, UK time, and I'll certainly pop it in. But if I have announced a schedule, I will stick to the schedule because sometimes people are practicing for it. Game It Down was your winner in the Beetle with a 2:04.9, the only one in the 2:04s. What a great lap that was. Zach Vroom in second in the M6 GT3 Sprint model. I did think the BMW could be quite good around here. Greg White in third in the R8 with a 2:05.4. Zach was a 2:05.2. And then Stexo in fourth with a 2:05.3. I just was not quick enough. As you can see there, my lap time over a second, basically it's about a second and a half slower than Stexo. I managed to hold on to fifth. Lewis in sixth. Rita seventh. Borky in eighth. But your top 3, Game It Down, Zach Vroom and Greg White for that one. Really, really good going, guys. Right, now we head off into a special race because this is going to be Suzuka, if I can find it. There it is. And this is the one that we're going to be doing on Wednesday. Now, the tyres and the fuel are different to Wednesday, but obviously this is the car that we'll be in at the track that we will be running. We've also got to run, I think we've got to run racing mediums. But yeah, strategy could be very, very interesting in this one. White Wall says, got P6 and not good lap times. Rita said, yes, same as yours, 170. That's good news. I was just a little bit concerned because normally very quick around there. And when I went by, I thought, ooh. And I was noticing you dropping back a little bit. And I was thinking, oh, she's either waiting for Borky or somebody at the back doing the respectful thing, or something was up. So I'm glad that nothing was the issue there. So we're going to be starting the qualifier at 10 past for this one. And then after this, we're dropping into the GR4s at Alsace. I'm just going to do a quick sprint race around there in the GR4s. And then after that, I'm going to be opening up a longer half-hour race around there, just to try and simulate the TCSRL race that we're going to be doing tomorrow. Because as I said, I've done 0 prep on that, or very, very little prep. I certainly haven't done a full distance one. Rita said, Borky, not your fault. I just had an absolute nightmare. I couldn't keep it on track. Well, young lady, don't want to hear that. Don't want to hear you having nightmares. My teammate, you need to be flying the flag for team. That's got out of my head. Alliance Motorsports. It went out of my head there for a moment. Oh, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Hit the wrong button. Let's just come out of there. I want to go into spectate. Lewis is back in the Audi. And Stexo is in the Porsche. What is up with me tonight? I can't even think what's going on. Borky is remaining in the Beetle. That's the Beetle that is going to be running in the championship on Wednesday. I remind you that I do not have the tyre, fuel, weather, time of day or anything like that correct in this one. It's just a straightforward sprint. Game with Dan is enjoying him so much he's out there just doing some donuts. And I'm in the pits, as is Greg and Rita at the moment. We're all taking a well-earned rest for the minute. We'll see how we go. But yes, White Wolf, if you want to do a particular combo, then please hit me up in the Discord and I'll make sure that that happens. But as I was saying, just as we were getting ready, well, I do need to stick to the schedule because some people will go and, you know, maybe buy a specific car, spend some time on a particular track because they want to do well, especially if it's one that they're not used to, or maybe it's one that they are used to and they want to have a good race and maybe go for the win. And then it gets a bit difficult if I do change the schedule. Are we losing Borky? Or are we losing? Oh, naughty. I thought we said night Borky. It's naughty Borky. Cool beans. Right, we are going to be going in just a moment. At 10 past, I said. So we've only got 8 runners. Greg White, Stexo, Game with Dan, myself, Rita, Borky, Lewis Hamilton, and Hulky's joined, but he's not in the race at the moment. I'm just going to give him a moment or two just to grab his car. Going to assume he's going to jump in the AMG. He has jumped into the AMG. Let me just explain very, very quickly. I know I'm going to go quiet in this one, very quiet. I could even be shutting down. In fact, I am going to close down the chat. Not even looking at the chat now, guys. Greg White is running in the R8 LMS Evo 19 in the championship. Hence, he's in that car. Stexo is not in the championship. Neither is Game with Dan, although Game with Dan will be hopefully reserving for me next week. I am in the Endurance. M6 Endurance, as is Rita. As you can see, we're in that car in this race. Hulky is in the Mercedes AMG in the championship, and Borky's also in the Beetle in the championship. So that's the reason why all those guys are and girls are in those cars. And Lewis is obviously not in championship, so can run in whatever he wants. So the people in the championship in their cars that they're running are Greg White, me, Hulky, Rita, and Borky for this one. Now, this isn't a straightforward simulation. I'm going to get this one underway. It's not a straightforward simulation. The tyres, the fuel, the time of day, and the weather conditions are all different. It's a straightforward sprint, but for me, it's just to you know, get used to the track and racing with a number of people on the track rather than just chasing Sophie all the time. And I've done a few laps with my teammate whilst we've been working on a few bits and pieces. The potential bug in the game that we think we might have found, which I'm hoping will not feature on Wednesday. On Wednesday we've got, I believe, to do the racing medium tyres. I should know all of this. Got to run those tyres. The tyres are going to be tyres and fuel will be a factor in that race. It will be very interesting, and also we have a set pit window to 30 minutes. So that can also dictate things as well. see people going for tyres that are going to go the distance. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see the harder compounds coming out, but it'd be interesting to see on the day what people go for. Me, do I risk the spin? Do I go easy? Still undecided. The only thing I do know, in the BMW M6, pretty much decided on strategy if I'm honest, but still wobbling backwards and forwards on different things. What I love about this, you just really never quite know what's what. Some of you will know I've been doing some offline practice and settled on strategy and changed it. Still questioning myself. Whoa! And that's why we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Peter will not be happy to have seen that spin. Other things I've got to work on. Spin around here is disastrous time. Oh, and it's again. Oh, it's 2 spins in 2 corners. It's not good. Try and get out of this corner while people are coming around. Game me down, said. Time to shut up and concentrate. Same with the tyres. It's better to go for a harder compound that is a little bit more forgiving. We're only on 1-on-1 in this one. I'm spinning it with the mediums. Worth. And with a harder compound that's going to give me more life throughout the race. It's so difficult. So difficult to know what to do. Set 203. Oh no, Stexo's just done a 2023. It's me now at 202 and a 203 on medium tyres. That's good. Those are good lap times. Let me concentrate now. Naturally quicker with that spin, but gotta go for it. We're going to climb up the starting order at all. Just getting steering wrong again. forget this time we'll be here. Finish again. Don't cut it too much. 204. Just a little bit ahead of Rita. We're behind Lewis in the Evo, behind Dan in the Beetle, Greg White in the R8, and Stexo in the 911. The 911 looking good around here, but just 0.4 of a second exactly to Greg White in second, and then 1 second to Gamer Dan. So this one could be quite interesting. Could be quite interesting. Drac Fury, good evening, my friend. He says, go on. I believe Drac Fury's away at the moment, which is why he's not racing. Now, I have got the chat turned off at the moment, so I'm not looking at that because, like I said, this is the race we're going to be doing, or the track and the car that I'm going to be doing on Wednesday, and I want to try and give it my best shot. So the chat's gone away. I'm going to go quiet. I'm going to concentrate quite a bit. At least I hope to. Slow off the line there. Bumping and grinding through this first corner. Nothing on the inside there. Cleared him. It's compromised me a little bit through here. Oh, we've gone around. We're off. We're very much off. Go on, boy, keep going, my friend. Go, go, go. That wasn't on Borky, there was all sorts kicking off all over the place there. Oh, Borky just got a wheel on the curb there. Just gone around. I have learned not to put a wheel on that curb through Spoon. It will spit you out if you're not careful. I think Borky's just learnt that little lesson. Here we go, my friend. Right there. the gravel. Hulky close up. Here he comes, here he comes. Whoa. All twitchy there. Hulky will have seen that. He's right back on my back bumper again. Coming down to 130R. Small lift, get it turned in. It's dreaded chicane now. 2 of 6 done. 20 odd seconds behind step 2, but in a battle with Hulky at the moment. With a 2:01.8, look at that. Wow. It's amazing. What a time. Hulky just 0.8 behind me at the moment. We'll change in a second. One back corner. Oh, gone too deep. We lost Hulky for the moment. Oh. Just get through. Spoon. Whoa! I'll drop in behind him on this one. We can catch. 1.6 behind at the moment. Seven now. Oh, Hulky's gone off a little bit wide there. Get together. It's giving me an opportunity to close the gap. Slightly different line through there, didn't really work. nice run out of there, but you're just in Hulky slipstream. Way through there. It's one to bear in mind for the race. Really an opportunity through 130R. Yeah, really aggressive. Ugh. Only boy saying to Greg, go on, get him. Can't win again. Oh, we got somebody's lost it in the S's. Oh, sorry, Bulky, followed you off there. Off and then got the better grip, and then straight into a bump. Whoa! Okay, saw that one. Again, that was one of those putting the power down jobs, I think, like I used to get. Just coming off this one, if you're in a lower gear and you get the power down too quickly, that back end just steps out and you're going into that barrier on the left hand side. That's so many times in practice. It's one of my worries, which is why I'm not sure I want to let these tyres get too low in the race. So if we're doing it in this with no tyre wear, what is it going to be like with tyre wear? So I think hards and mediums be the way to go. Not sure. Still thinking about that one. What do you think in the chat? I can't see the chat at the moment, but should I take the risk? It's a trade-off. Speed, at risk, over confidence, and just a little bit of performance. Sometimes I think just a little bit of confidence, a little bit of extra grip can make a big difference, especially in a race like this. The long sweeping corners. Even this one alone is a difficult one. You can see there the back end is just wanting to step out there. Second gear. And look, I'm only on one tyre wear. Racing mediums, even just after 6 laps, are showing signs of wear. We're going to be doing half an hour race. Sorry, a 50-minute race, and half an hour of that is going to be on the initial tyres. Now, this one's 12 minutes. We all know that once the tyres start wearing, oh boy, do they start wearing. What to do. We've got a few guys out there finishing on the racing medium tyres. It'll be very interesting to see what their tyres are like. Oh, there you go. That's exactly what Hulky did a moment ago. I nearly did the same thing. I just managed to catch it just under acceleration, trying to stay with Hulky out that hairpin. Just trying to get the power down, and the back end just stepped out ever so slightly. 130R and early without losing the back end. If I can stay with Hulky through here, is we know we can't overtake through 130R. It's too risky to go through there side by side. Too far back to do anything about it. Too late to rope into this one. This now is a case of closing up. Can we get a really good drag out of this one to the line? Oh, this is going to be close. Come on. Hulky beats me too often. I think he might have backed out at the end there. I think he might have backed out. Oh, pushing, pushing, pushing. Oh, a lot of fun, but still far too many questions. Far too many questions for Wednesday. Oh, just so difficult. Chat is back. So the question is, what do you do? Do you go... do you go for the hard and medium tyres that you know are going to last and you're going to have the grip, but the slower tyres? Oh, do you risk it? Go with the softer tyres? Obviously, the softer tyres are going to give more grip initially, but if they're going to wear out really quickly, are they going to be a problem? This is what I'm loving about these the TCSRL and the Hulky series, because they've got tyre and fuel in there. All these things going through your head. What do you do? 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 And even at this late stage, I still don't know. I don't know what car I'm running tomorrow. I know what car I'm running on Wednesday. The Gamer Dan was the Beetle with a 2021. Hulky in second in that Mercedes AMG with a 2036. Oh, it's going to be... Hulky is on fire around here. That's going to be interesting. He was having a right old ding-dong battle with Rita last week. So, Rita is... Yeah. Mind you, Hulky got a 2036 and Rita got a 2036. Rita's slightly quicker. So that's encouraging. I'm looking for any sign that gives me a bit of confidence and encouragement here. Lewis Hamilton in third in the R8. Greg White in fourth in the R8 with a 4-second penalty for some reason. Goodness knows what that was for. Stexu in the 911 in fifth with the fastest lap at 2018. Only one in the 201, so well done to you. Rita in sixth. I got seventh. Borky in eighth. But your winner... Gamer Dan, Hulky second, and Lewis in third. So the worrying thing there is Greg, Rita, myself, and Borky are all in the race on Wednesday, as is Hulky, who did a fine second there. Ooh. Borky, I'm sorry, mate, I took you out in the first lap. That was my fault trying to take the inside line. It was not, my friend. It was not, as... Rita's just followed up. White Wolf, please be careful. You caused a pile up on lap one. I can see an incident happening. I stomped on the brakes hard to try and avoid it, and that was what caused you to bump me, I think. So no, it was a consequence of that corner, I'm afraid. Just one of those things. No hard feelings, not a problem. Absolutely no need to apologise. But again, thank you so much for waiting. There was no need for you to wait. I appreciated you waiting. Oh, that would be interesting. I am going to save the replay on that. I already did save it. Right. Okay. Right, let's just come out of here. I'm going to edit the settings. So that's all of the GR4s done. Sorry, GR3s. We're now going to be heading into the GR3 race. And now, again, this is a half-hour race tomorrow. I've got it set up for a 6-lap race. And my plan is to do this one. I'm then going to jump into a half-hour race around here just to simulate the race tomorrow. And then I will be calling it a day because I do want to just do a little bit of I want to do a little bit of I don't want to do that actually. I want to do something really strange. Yeah, I want to do a little bit of offline running for Wednesday. Right, let's just car settings. What tire? I think we can get any tires, can't we, in this? No, racing medium tyres. Okay. Did I set this up for racing medium tyres? Or did I do any tyres? Can't remember. Tyres, all tyres. Okay, so if we can do all tyres, I'm actually going to swap this back because it should be racing mediums as per that. Okay, I need to change this to 6. I've got this set up for right practice qualifier race. Actually, tell you what I'm going to do. I am no, I'm not. Yeah, let's do it this way. I'm going to go practice qualifier race as usual. We're going to go 6 laps. That's all fine. That's all fine. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. And this should be 1-on-1. I'm just setting this to as it should be. That's all fine. GR4 tyres should be mediums only. That's all fine. That's all fine. Right, let's just change the settings. The reason I'm having to change that is I've got it set up for the final race. Okay, let's have a little look on this one. What tyres are we on? Would be interesting to know if auto drive was used. I don't know if there's any way of checking that. We don't allow auto drive because it does cause all sorts of problems. All sorts of problems. Drat Fury's back. I've just seen Boost. I wanted to do that. What's it? It's my mate Drat Fury. Welcome back. I didn't think you're back till Tuesday. Welcome, welcome back. I hope you had a good time away, whatever you were doing. And I am going to get this one underway in just a moment. Where are we? I'm going to go for the qualifier at 42. XX42. I'm going to get this one away. We'll see how we go. Now, some of you are going to see me in a very, 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 very strange car for me. I always said that I would never run the Citroen. And there's one reason why I'm doing this, and that is because it's been suggested to me to give it a try. I've also had 4 cars suggested to me by somebody else to try. I'm looking at those at the moment, but I'm completely undecided which way we're going to go. So we've got Greg White is also in the Citroen, Stexo's in the GTR, Gamer Dan's in the GTR, Ponyboy's in the Silvia Spec R, Drat Fury's in the Huracan, Hulky is in the Citroen, Rita's in the 4C, and Borky's in the Swift. So very interesting that a few of the cars that have been suggested to me are out on the track. Basically the Citroen, the Huracan, which I'm going nowhere near, the Swift Sport, a few of the others that were suggested are not in there. Yeah, Rita's in the 4C, which we know is a good car, that 4C. Rita is sometimes a dark horse. What does she know that we don't know? And it's her championship. Tyres and fuel? I'm intrigued now. Should we be in the 4C? Have we gone wrong? I am flipping and flopping between the Citroen and my G70 that I'm ultimately confident in. That is the car that I am most confident in. I want to see how we go in the GR4 in this one. I'm going to see how we go in the G70 in the main race after this one. I'm doing this short 6-lap sprint for those that want to do it. And then I'm going to be dropping into a half-hour simulated race just to see what happens with the tyre and fuel. I'll continue to stream that one because I'm only racing for myself. But I'm not going to be streaming my practicing of the Wednesday race because obviously I have a commitment to my team. And that one is really interesting. When you're in a team race, don't want to do that. Your whole mindset changes. When you're not only racing for yourself. You really start to sort of focus, and for me, it's raising my attention to a whole new level. Right, okay, a track that we are not overly used to. We've got a short qualifier, so probably, I don't know, what, an out and a flyer, maybe 2 laps. Not quite sure. It's very, very dark out here. In a car I don't know very well. Quite a few people have gone for this car, which is sort of indicating that it might be the car of choice. Like I said, I do want to see what I'm like in the G70 compared to this one, so just to see what it's like. Watch a couple of videos earlier on this one just to try and get an idea of where people are braking, accelerating, gears and the like. I remember some of that. This one seemed to be a bit crazy. A lot of them going through here almost flat. Ugh. That's a bit hard. Can't do that flat. Really slow through there. Are behind, catching me very, very quickly. Let's go. There, I think that was Greg behind me. Right, turn. Just try and carry the speed through there without going too far over. And some of the guys I was watching were going through there fairly flat. I can't do that. Still feathering through there. Might get another roll of the dice on this one. Hulky's parked up on one of the horrible corners. I normally put it into the barrier. This is where I was slow. This is where I think Greg was catching me. Through that little complex back there, so it's an area where I probably need to work on. Really surprised at the table after the last race. I did help Hulky over the line, repaying a favour. One or two of you weren't happy about that. And, I don't care, it made me sleep well that night. Just behind, I think I'm just behind Greg now in third. I hadn't have done what I did. Probably have snatched second, so at the moment I seem to be in a battle in this championship with Greg, although there's probably a few people that have not done the full complement of races. Not all the races count, so I am not counting my chickens at the moment. Pony boy with a 2056, 2059. It's encouraging on a track I'm not overly used to. Run a little bit more this time. A bit earlier through there. Oh, nearly. Pushing this to see what extra speed we can get. Oh, a bit too deep into there that time. Just broke marginally slower, and that's killed that one. Break marginally later, I apologise, sorry, not slower. Marginally later. Just to see if I can carry a bit more speed through there. Didn't happen. Yeah, need to stick to the braking points, turning points and gears that I looked at online. I remember them. Woo, should be second through there. That's going to be a bad lap. Yeah, 208. We're third at the moment, now fourth, so dropping back quickly. Ponyboy out front in the Sylvia with a 2053 at the moment. Dan's still running, so he could alter things. And then Hulky's jumped in third. Greg White in fourth and fifth. Stecco sixth. Drac Fury seventh. Rita in eighth. Hulky in ninth. So at the minute, the host is in the 4C. But it's a long race, and I haven't done full test on tyres, a full distance test yet. So could be something to watch there. Continue to do some testing, but on the whole, the three Citroens together. But look at that, the Sylvia Spec and the GTR both out front, then the Citroens. So does that indicate to me that the Citroen is around about a 205? Although it's not a lot, is it? 205 for the top five, and then a 206 for Stexo, which is still within 1 second. It's very close. Very close. This is difficult to know. Rita says that 4C is awful. Oh, yeah, but is she saying that because she knows it's good? I wonder. Because I love that 4C. Those of you that followed the early part of this tournament, which is a bit wet, I was running the 4C and loving it. It looks awfully greasy. Track. Encouraging now. Oh, Greg White trying to anticipate the lights. I almost went with him then. Actually gave me a really good getaway off the lights, because I was ready to lift the accelerator as he went. Then I hesitated, and the lights went off, and I was absolutely ready to go. But Hulky's hit the front in the Citroen. The car's on the inside of me. Just need to watch and be careful. I'm going to brake a little bit earlier for this one. Just wait for that. I think that was Dan. They got into a bit of a fracas with there. Sorry, Dan. Apologise. And off on the grass again. GTR looks a bit of a handful, I have to say. Oh no, I'm off again. I've hit. How many times am I going to hit game with Dan? I'm doing it purely to stop him from winning. that's what it is. It's not. I'm not meaning to do this. All over the shop. And with a huge slide through that corner. I think the G70 is calling this. This is a hard car to drive in following. Get ready. Oh, into the back of Dan again. What is up with me in this race? Dan, I'm sorry, mate. Crazy race this is. You're just saying the full C is awful. At the moment, I'm struggling. Hopefully Dan's listening to me and have my apologies, but 3 hits in the first lap is ridiculous. Hazard Lights is listening. I'm really sorry, mate. Oh, I'm following off into the grass. He held it, I didn't. Not liking this track, not liking this car. Is this going to be my Moonshine Cup race that is the thorn in my side? Could well be. Or do I settle into a car that I'm used to and I know, rather than chasing the meta car? I don't know what you guys think. Thinking a car that I'm comfortable with. Oh, there's Pony Boy going around. So we've got Rita, Dan and Hulky in front of me. Halfway through the race, these guys are in catching distance. If we can get to grips with this and I can stay off the back of people. Don't want to hit Hulky in the way. I've been hitting down all the way through this one. Whoa. Again. It's getting in the rhythm now that he's whoa! He's got clean air. There's Rita just making an exit there. Hulky on the outside of me now. Oh no, just covered Hulky. I can't get this corner. This car, when I pass on the outside, it just slides, hitting everybody. This is not good. I am going to wait for those guys because I've hit both of those guys. Wait for them. right and respectful thing to do. We can all run together. We've still got half the race to go. We've got 4 of us in the battle. Down into the wall a little bit there, I feel. One thing I've learned, it's very difficult to go the inside of people in some of these fast corners. That's a lesson that I've learned for the race, to think about the overtakes a little bit more. So through here, everybody is going really out wide. Oh, and don't put a wheel on the gravel. Everybody's going out and wide, and that whole right line through there, very, very difficult. I think the G70 is going to be the best car for me, if I'm honest. Rita's waiting, thank you Rita. She's also waiting. Go guys, go, 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 go. Hold the tighter line. I think Dan's going to get his own back now. It's going to be boomity boom boom boom. You can just hear him now. Behind me is going to go boom, boom. Oh, on the power, off the power, on the power, off the power. We'll be right behind us in a moment. We can be sure of that. Here he comes. I'll leave some room on the inside reaches there. Inside for this one, but it's a bit tight. On the grass, on the dirt. Slow through there. Great white hit the front now. Hulky in third, I think, in the Citroen. They're showing the Citroen's a good car. on the inside. What I'm trying to do now is to stay on my side of the track through these corners. And I've got a car on the inside. We can stay out of trouble. Still there. It's this white line. Oh! Just slid over a little bit there. And just running away from us at the moment. No, we're on the grass. And we're off. We're off to see the wizard. Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Sliding. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We're going to do a full run of this one in a moment. Full 30 laps. 30-minute race, not a 30 lap. It's going to be a 15 lap race or 14 lap race by the looks of those times. Looks Greg done with 2:03, so yeah. 15 lap race. Races dived in the pits. Oh, absolutely. She'd had enough of that one. The Pony Boy had a big off in the Sylvia. But look at that. Greg White and Hulky both in the Citroen. Oh, that's becoming a difficult one to go against, isn't it? The Citroen. Gave me there. Why did you hate me? I don't. I just couldn't drive. Oh dear. Oh. Oh dear, dear, dear. Yeah, that was awful on my part. Really bad. And I don't think that was just screaming and talking. It just didn't really, oh, I don't know. It's just, it's hard to know. Hard to know because when you see the two cars, the two winners, both in that car, it's hard to know whether that is the car to be in. Very, very, very difficult to know. Or do you go with a car that you are familiar with and that you like? That G70, you know how much I like it. Well, we're going to find out in a moment because, well, I don't think I had a good lap in any of that. I was all over the place, either into bashing people or running off the track or whatever. But Greg White was your winner with a 2:03.6 and Hulky in second with a 2:04.2. So those are the times we're chasing. Let's say a 2:04.0 is what I need to be trying to achieve, which is what Stexo got in the GTR. Jack Fury in a 2:05.4. Borky 5th, Gamer Down 6th. Well, I was just punting all over the place. I got 7th, Friedrich got 8th, but I was doing a 2:06.4. So I've got to find 2.5 seconds a lap. And Pony Boy with a 2:05.0 in the Sylvia. So, you know, even the Sylvia 2:05.0 is sort of only third, fourth. So do we go Citroen? Do we go G70? This is the question. And we are chasing a 2:04.0 in the 2:04.0. Right, I am going to edit the event settings. I'm going to load the settings. This one here. And we're going practice endurance race. This is a 30-minute race. simulating as close as I can to what we will be doing. I don't know how many people are going to be sticking around. This is for me to try and work out what I'm going to do in this race. I'm struggling on the tyres. I'm struggling on everything. And I am going to swap into the G70. I'm almost hoping that Hulky, Greg White and Dan are in this one. Just so that I can see what we can do. Yeah, Greg's in the Citroen again, so that's good. That's good because that's going to give me somebody to chase and to see how we go. I don't know how many others we're going to have in this. I'm going to start this one at 23:10 because I have got a little bit of extra work that I want to do for Wednesday. So I want to call this one a day around about past. We're going to be a little bit over. I do need to do a simulation on this, so we'll have to see how we go. Hulky, flat out 30 minutes. It's going to be a tough one. I am going to get this one going. Oh, that is a point. We need to mandate mediums. We do, don't we? Okay, good thinking, my friend. Or is it softs? Is it soft that we need to run? Are you mandating softs? It's a soft that we need to run. Duh. Oh, I'm getting myself confused. It's a softs that we need to run. Right, we are going to get going in a moment, I promise. Okay, the softs have to be run. Let me just save those settings. Look, it wouldn't be a PSR thingy if I didn't keep changing. Hulky saying, Mitch, laugh out loud. Oh, I know. And I'm not going to do cautions. I'm not going to do cautions. Oh my gosh, sorry. Right, so racing softs are needed. At some point. Just make sure that I have done that. Set that up. Bench settings. Racing soft, yes. Okay, there we go. Okay, right. So we've got Greg White, Gamer Dan, Pony Boy, Jack Fury, me, Hulky, Rita, Borky, Hamilton. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll go. If I get enough, we'll go. Hulky's ready. Gamer Dan is ready. Greg's ready. Rita's ready. I think that's enough ready. We're going to go. We are going to go. Pony Boy's ready. Right, okay, let's start the race. What tyres am I on? What tyres am I on? Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Right, let's go. Let's go. A little bit later than I planned, but we'll give this one a shot. Okay. Lack of preparation, that is. You know what that equals. No! Gotta make sure I don't hit down off all the time. Oh, the inside of me already. Some room. Whoa! We binned it. Okay, so we can't go through there like that. Why we do these practices? Just to see what we can do. Remember those braking points, turning points. Lewis is 3.5 seconds ahead at the moment. Well, Borky is catching up too, but I need to try and get back into this one. Normally I would got back and wait, but half hour I want to try and get back in and start fighting with the guys up just ahead of us if I can. I already know that this car doesn't particularly like going across the curves. Citroen was a little bit more forgiving, I felt, with those curves. Don't go out on the grass again. Corner's going to be in them my problem one. Stay off that grey patch this time. Slowed down, rotated. Got the hill. Ponyboy and Lewis just in front. See them, but are we able to catch them? That's the question. On the grass again. Exploring track limits. Seconds, guys in front are quicker. 7 seconds behind. And the Dan's out front. He's only out front because I'm not behind him pushing him off. So, come on guys, I pushed him around last time to help all you. I need somebody to return the favour. No, I don't. It's not a genuine request. Be good to see him back out front. Oh no, Greg White has just gone by. Got a battle out front, it looks like. Again, Greg White and Hulky in that Citroen. But it's going to be very interesting with Gamer Dan in the G70 to see whether the G70 is any good. Got to get used to this car around here. Two and a half to Pony Boy in front now. Tyres are evaporating very, very quickly. Noticeably closer to Pony Boy now. There is happening just down the road. Sylvia not looking to be too good around here. Your boy's a good racer. We're in the dirt again. He's pretty good through that bit. Nobody pitting yet. This is a half-hour race. We're only 8 minutes in. Oh, Lewis into the pits as we say that. Oh, quite a few of the soft runners in the pits. Okay, there was quite a few people out on the pit on the softs. That surprised me. They've gone 8 minutes only. Ooh. A lot of them came in together. That's interesting. Because that throws out my theoretical strategy choice. The trace mediums are almost gone. Oh, Welsh boy just followed them off. Really dirty tyres going through here now. very, very dirty tyres. Hot brake harness. These long flowing corners, these fast corners that are chewing tyres. Oh, I caught the tyre there. Oh, too deep, too deep, too deep. This is going to turn into a two-stopper. Oh, he's right behind me at the moment. In a bad way already. Trouble. got to go softs at some point. Oh, but we've got no tyres at all. Oh, no, we've got a tyre issue here. We've got a big tyre issue. Interested to see how far these mediums will go. See whether I could go a medium soft, but interesting to see what whether anybody's got to go for a two-stopper. I think I'm into a two-stopper now. I've got any choice. If I'm not last, will be amazed. Go two-stopper for some of these guys. Some of them are buying soft mediums. Surprise. Ooh. No Irish White Wolf on network issue. Just very difficult to know what to do in this one now. and some of those guys are coming for a pit stop and I'm still not catching them. I think I've still got to do another pit stop yet. See these tyres going another 10 minutes. He's in for another one. Still out in front of me. Shows how much time I was losing on those mediums. I'm in again. I think. This is not my night tonight. Hum. Hmm. Well. So, my decision is whether I go the G70 or the Citroen. The Citroen has won it. I think Dan is very close behind, and then Rita is in third. Hulky's in fifth in the Citroen, behind the Silvia. And the Silvia had an issue, I think. Oh, this is a real ho-hum moment. This really is a ho-hum moment for me. Yeah, a real ho-hum moment. Very difficult to know what to do here, if I'm perfectly honest. And no time to decide. Oh, what do we think? Citroen or G70, chap? What do you think I should run tomorrow? I think Greg White was medium soft. I think it was 2 mediums and a soft tyre in that. Very hard. Very hard. Let's just save the replay. Yeah, going to be interesting tomorrow, I think. Very interesting. And Rita is putting on a really good show with this Moonshine Cup. We've been doing okay. Game of Dan, probably will go the Citroen. I went the G70 for you. Yes, but you've mixed it up because you put it on second place. I mean, if I could get a second, but oh, so far off the pace. So far off the place. But yes, I think we might have to... there could be some decisions to be made, I think. Decisions. Trigger, G70, medium, fuel 2-3. Good night, Borky. Good night, my friend. Thank you for racing. That is the last one tonight, by the way, guys. It is 11:45. I need to get finished up. Come on. Save. There we go. Right, so the result, Greg White was your winner in the Citroen with a 203.0. Gamer Dan in second with a 203.2. So the G70 is in the mix. Rita in the Citroen in third. Ponyboy fourth. Hulky fifth, again in the Citroen. Jack Fury sixth. Borky seventh. And I am eighth in the G70. And Lewis Hamilton with a technical issue in the Megane. But your top three there to finish up the night. Greg White, Gamer Dan, and Rita. Well done to all of you. Yes, interesting. Right, I am going to close out the room. And I am going to bring the stream to a close pretty quickly. Because I've got a little job that I need to go and do. Except I am struggling to change the camera. There we go. That's a bit better. Yeah, an interesting night. Struggled a little bit in the GR3 around Suzuka. So we're going to have to do some more work on that. And certainly struggled in the GR4 race. And I've been doing okay in the GR4 race. So that one is going to be interesting to say the least. Right, I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. Thank you for everybody that's raced with me this evening. Thank you to Demon Santa and George for subscribing earlier. Thank you to everybody that has liked and subscribed to the channel. If you haven't already liked, then please hit that like button. And I will see you back here tomorrow, earlier than normal, because we'll be doing the TCSRL race. I'll be on as early as I can. Watch the Discord for details. And then after the that race, I might do 1 or 2 lobby races before I go offline to do some other stuff. So watch out for the Discord. I will see you tomorrow. I think the race is 8 o'clock, I think. 9 o'clock. I can't remember when the race is. I'm all over the shop. I'll see you tomorrow. For now, take care. Bye-bye.